Good evening, team. Happy Friday. I hope you have had a wonderful week. My name is Andrea, and I'm back to continue the discussion that I started the other day in the aftermath of what happened to Nolan Wells. My heart breaks for him. My heart breaks for Bryce. And my heart breaks for the 1-year-old Cohen who was shot and killed by police officers as well, all because his mom's friend supposedly stole a pack of diapers from Walmart. But these trends are becoming a little too common and a little too frequent. And I had to take a couple of days because I can admit I was in my emotions the other day. But rightfully so. Because when harm is done to our Black children, that harm goes ignored. And then it's justified. And then people will say, hey, hold on, we need to understand all the facts. But as I've gone through this litigation process with the Phoenix Suns, nobody cared about finding out about the facts before the media out here, the Attorney General's office out here dismissed my claim like I was just another Black person trying to get a paycheck because we're all on welfare and we're lazy, right? And that has actually been some of the accusations wielded against me. And while I will not stereotype all white people, my husband is white, I have friends of all races, I do believe that this country continues to struggle with racism and white supremacy seeming to be the only thing that a lot of people care about upholding in this country. And I think we need to talk a little bit more about that. So when I first started my video series, I wanted to discuss the corruption that has gone on here. But I can admit I was afraid to. I've been stalked, I've been followed. There have been attempts on my life because I've spoken out and told the truth about what happened to me. And the more I come out and tell the truth, the angrier it seems to make these people. And they get in their little fifis anytime I talk about what happens in my life and what these people did to me. And when I look at the Nolan Wells case, I see a bunch of friends of his that left without him and left him on an island like he was nothing. And out here, the media, this professional basketball team, the Attorney General's office, and the Department of Justice has also tried to make me appear as though I'm just nothing and that I'm just some ignorant Black person who's not smart and intelligent enough to understand what's going on. And so tonight I'll be dropping 5 episodes, and I'm going to start with how the media covered this case. And then I'm going to go back into what happened a little bit more with me and how all of my concerns were just dismissed because this country just can't seem to let go of white supremacy. It seems that people vote for white supremacy, fight for it, and anybody that opposes it is a target. And I also feel like I've become a target. But I have 2 children, 10 and 12. My son turned 12 yesterday. And I refuse to let them grow up in a world where racist white people, not all white people, obviously, that's stereotyping, but racist white people feel like this type of treatment towards us is acceptable and it's okay, and we should just bow our heads and know our place. And that's where I left off in the last video that I made, talking about I will not know my place. I will not be put in my place. And you have a group of misogynistic men who are angry because how dare I, as a woman, talk about my experiences and push back. And then you have the other group of people who feel like, as a Black person, I'm just a nig who should be quiet and shouldn't say anything, and I should just know my place. But in a world where I have to continue to watch Black children be harmed and see little to no justice, from Emmett Till to Nolan Wells, I will not let this Phoenix, Arizona, this city, dismiss me and my claims, because I'm not just fighting for myself. I'm fighting for the female victims that were physically and sexually assaulted. I am fighting for other employees that were Native American, Hispanic, and Latino that faced racism. And I'm going to talk about all of this, beginning with how the media covered this poorly from the start. I'll see you in the next episode.